Hello everyone. Welcome once again to the session on digital marketing. Hope you guys are doing good and hope my audio I'm audible and video is clear. Okay. So far we have discussed the different types of e-commerce models, e-commerce options, and we are also trying to look at how to advertise and promote these businesses. Right? So, hope you remember that we have discussed about how to manage the image online and what are the different web presences we have. Okay, so I think you people have gone through it. Some of you are joining late. I would request you to please join in time because many of them, like 13-14 people, are joining on time and they have to wait for you people. So try to join on time so that we can end up in time. Okay. So let's not make let's respect the time of others and try to cover as much as possible if you join early. Now today we will be looking at online media options available for e-commerce companies or any companies in that case who want to go digital or they want to implement, if they want to implement digital marketing, what are the media options are available for an individual company. So I have tried to find out some 2021 media options available for a company which they can implement. So it is not necessary that they have to implement all these 21, or it is not that this list is exhaustive. I mean, it's not that only these 21 options are available. There are many more options are available which a company can implement, but these are the most popular. And we can add if as and when we get new strategies in the market. So let's have a look at the media options what are available for the company. First one is your Facebook pages. It's very, very common nowadays. Everyone has Facebook account. Let him be in a city or he's staying in a village. If he has a mobile, if he has a internet connectivity, then definitely he will have a profile on a Facebook page. So companies are exploiting this opportunity because there is a wide reach of Facebook. Companies are creating Facebook pages. Now, there is a profile for company and the same company from using this particular profile or an employee of the company using his profile can create a company page dedicated for the company to promote information about particular company, to advertise products and services, to make announcements and keep in touch with the customers. What here the company can do is once they create particular page, company page on Facebook profile, it can send invitation to its customers to subscribe to this page. And as and when there is something posted on this page, all the subscribers will come to know immediately. That is one option. Second option is Facebook pages are advertised. I mean, once I put some material on Facebook page about my company, I can promote this. I can pay to Facebook and advertise this information so that it is published across Facebook and it can reach maximum people who are using the Facebook page. This is sponsored advertising, what we call. So that is second option. One is just ask your customers to subscribe, share with them. Second one is pay to Facebook and advertise your page or advertise particular post which you have made it on your Facebook page. That is one of the most popular option, digital marketing option available. Next is your Twitter. Now, Twitter, when they started, it was just like 14 character. 14 characters was the limit. I mean, say some 4, 5 words, 10 words. Okay, 10 words, one sentence. Okay, that is how they started. So anyone who want to post on Twitter, they have to mention only in 14 words. So many of the companies, they created profiles on Twitter, and what they started is they started using Twitter to make announcements, to share news. Twitter is basically to share information and make announcements and keep their followers, their customers informed. That is how Twitter was being used earlier. But now recently, Twitter has also converted and started providing paid services. So what happens here is Twitter, individual company can pay to Twitter, and that particular company announcements, that particular company news is promoted by Twitter and it is distributed among the users. So paid service is also available, and also again here, that is say search based, like organic search based advertising is also available. So Twitter is most popular among learned customers who are very well educated and very well educated, and they know how to use Twitter. And also that 14 character restriction has been removed, and they have widened the scope. Now you can share videos on Twitter. Earlier there was no option. Now you can share photos also on Twitter. So that new features have been added by Twitter, and they are providing. They have expanded their scope of service which is provided to companies. So I can use, as an individual company, create my Twitter account and keep promoting about my products and services, basically to make announcements. Next is Google Plus. Looking at Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google also started their own social media website, that is Google Plus. Just like Facebook, Google Plus was started, where every Google account holder or any individual who has a Gmail account can create their Google Plus account, where information by the company can be posted and it is circulated among the people who are there on Google Plus. Now, just like Twitter and Facebook, where we ask people, we invite people and subscribe, and in Twitter we have followers. In Google Plus we have circles. So we go on increasing the circle. Here on Facebook page we go on increasing the subscribers. In Twitter we have followers, and in Google Plus we have circle. So we go on increasing the circle and add new people to this circle. Whenever I post something on my G Plus, that is Google Plus page, it is promoted among my followers, or it is promoted among my circle. Now, Google tried a lot to create a buzz about this product, but it wasn't that successful. They could not compete with Facebook, which is very, very popular. They could not compete with LinkedIn. They faced difficulty, and there was also security issues which were there with Google Plus. That is why they scaled it down. It is still available, but not to the extent with which it came into market. But what the advantage of Google Plus, though it is not scaled by Google, it will help you or your company in organic search. Like I said, Google search engine will visit the website of my company, and also Google search engine will look for my name. For example, my company name is Kishore Kumar Enterprises Private Limited, and I have my website kishorekumar.com. Whenever someone is coming to Google Chrome, and he will search Kishore Kumar Enterprises Private Limited, what Google will do, that search engine, it will send the spiders in internet. Now, when it sends the spider, all the spiders are going to different places. I am trying to find out Kishore Kumar Enterprises Private Limited. Now, I am available on my website. My website is there already. I am available on Facebook. I am available on Google Plus. I am available on YouTube. I am available on Twitter. I am available on forums, question and answer pages. So this search engine is going to all the entire data available on internet, and it will give result from all these pages. So whenever you search, you may see that Kishore Kumar Enterprises Limited, you may find 10 results for that search. You may find my website directly, you may find my Facebook page, you may also find my Twitter accounts. Likewise, Google Plus also you may find there. If I am there on Google Maps, it will also show, that search will also show my Google Map link. So all 10, 20. So if you are available in 20, 30 pages, imagine those spiders are going to these 20, 30 pages, and now you are more popular, it will give all the results available for my particular search. If customer is not knowing a company name, if they don't know Kishore Kumar Enterprises Private Limited, let's say they are searching for good mobile within 14,000. Now, how this search engine will understand this? Good mobile within 14,000. This is the query, what we call in digital marketing, or in web services, we call it query. Good mobile in 14,000. So it will take mobile in 14,000 and it will go to all the websites. Imagine how many websites are there who are selling mobiles. Not just selling mobiles, there are some websites which are giving reviews. So Google will go to all these places and it will display results about mobiles which are available within 14,000 and whose reviews are good. So if I am available in many places, I am more popular, right? So popularity. So Google will display my results first on the first page. That is why if Google Plus is not so popular, but still it will help in organic search. So people are still using Google Plus. Next is Pinterest. So here, basically Pinterest is like a notice board. You might have seen in college, there are notice board. What is placed on notice board? News. If there is any important news, it is put on your notice board. Likewise, Pinterest is also a social media website where I can pin the news. If there is any news which I feel like I have to share with my followers on Pinterest, I will go to my Pinterest account. I will post that news. That is, I pin that news on the Pinterest profile of my company. People who are following me on Pinterest, they will read about this. If it is external, internal news also same way. I can create any announcement, create any news, create any pamphlet, and I can post that one or pin it on my Pinterest profile, and people will come to Pinterest. It's just like one of the social media options, like Facebook, like Instagram. Pinterest is also used. Next is LinkedIn forums. Very, very popular. LinkedIn is one of the most professional business to business network. 99% of the companies across world have LinkedIn accounts. Right? Employees of these companies are registered on LinkedIn. They have their own profile. Okay. So you people, when you pass out your MBA, like I said, when you appear for interviews, HR managers, without your knowledge, they will visit your LinkedIn, your Facebook, and they will try to understand your social profile. What is your social profile? So LinkedIn is very, very popular, especially for B2B connections, creating B2B connections. So here in LinkedIn, there is an individual profile, also there is a company profile. So I can create my individual profile, then company profile, and I keep on sharing information about my company products, my company services. I can also write blogs. Likewise, there are LinkedIn forums. I can participate in LinkedIn forums, start discussions, ask questions, and also answer to questions. So these forums are very, very popular. I suggest you people, you have Facebook account or not, if you have Twitter account or not, I'm not so concerned, but you should have LinkedIn account. It is must and should for people who want to get into corporates. So LinkedIn forums are very popular. Common subjects, technical subject, any concepts are discussed on these forums. So you can, as a company, you can participate, you can promote, you can answer, you can talk about your products, you can talk about your services on these forums. Next is question and answer sites. Most popular question and answer site is Quora. Quora and Yahoo Answers. Okay, these two are the examples. There are many more. Like Crunchbase is there for technical software people. If they want to know some code, some error, if they want to ask some questions related to codes, they will go to Crunchbase. Likewise, general topics, Quora and Yahoo question and answer are more popular websites. So on these websites, you can go ask questions, and also you can answer questions if you feel like your company is capable to answer that particular question and satisfy that customer's query. So you can participate in these websites which are in Q&A. Next is email marketing. So there are, if you are doing it at a smaller scale, Google provides option. You can just sit and do Google email marketing. If you have a huge database, then you can go for paid services. Like MailChimp is one of the most popular software which is providing email marketing services, where in MailChimp or likewise any other paid service provider, you can create your account, paid account on this MailChimp, and you enter all the email IDs. You maintain the email list on this MailChimp. Now you want to send a advertisement, or you want to communicate to your customers that next month you are launching a new product, or you want to tell the customers that you are giving 20% discount to customers in the next week. Okay, announcement, some news you want to share. Now what you can do, you already have your email list, you store it once. Okay, you don't have to create it again and again. You maintain that list. Now there are templates. You go there, create your news, create your message, and you can just within a click, you can select all these email ID and send this message, promotion or advertisement to all the email IDs within a fraction of second. MailChimp will charge money for this service. Okay. For each email that you send, they will charge, and also they will give you detailed analysis of what is the bounce rate. I mean, how many people, how many emails are not reachable, where email is not going there and it is bouncing back. What is the bounce rate? How many people have received it? Even it will tell you how many people have opened your email and read it. So it will give you a detailed report. But here, in case of email marketing, what is the thing is the conversion rate, or that is call for action. When you send emails, they will read, but they may not take the immediate action. So the call for action or response is 30 to 35% what we can expect. But again, looking at the data, email data you have, 30% is also makes sense. So email marketing is one of the option companies can go for and do their promotions. Next is your reviews. We have discussed about review website, like there are third-party review website. You can also give options for customers to come and review on your website. Third-party website, like on Google, you have your profile, company profile. Okay. So if you have company profile, Google My Business, okay. So page, if do you have your page on Google, business page, people can come and review. You have no control on that. You cannot stop any individual from giving the reviews. Likewise, if there are third-party websites like Zomato and Swiggy, these are third-party websites. Likewise, Flipkart, third-party website. These are the platforms. Okay, so people can come and give reviews about particular product or particular hotel, particular food, reviews on these websites. Individual company do not have any control. Okay. Next is there are sites which are very popular, very trusted, like Trustpilot is one of the website where it is believed that most genuine reviews are available on Trustpilot. Okay, so here again individuals can come and give the reviews. Likewise, I told you about if you want to search about company and try to build a profile about company, you can go to Glassdoor. Employees of that particular company have given reviews about that company. Okay, so these are third-party websites where there is no control on the kind of reviews you are getting. But yes, you have to be present there and you try to manage. If there are any negative reviews, you have to respond to those reviews, reply and respond. Likewise, if there are positive reviews, you acknowledge and say thank you. So what you are doing, you are building a relationship with these customers who are available on forums. So whenever next customer who is going to Google, if he is searching about a product or service which you are involved in, then this review website may come up based on how active you are on your Q&A or review website. So that is why customers may go and visit and see what type of reviews your company has received, and based on that they may take the decision. You people do it, even I do it, others also do it. Whenever we go to Flipkart, we definitely go to reviews. Okay. Whenever we go to Zomato, we go for reviews, and at least once we try to understand what type of company this is and how their product is. Very important. So be present on these review websites. Likewise, QR codes and offline advertising. It has become very popular recently. I hope you know how to connect WhatsApp on your desktop. Okay. WhatsApp is not available. There is no website for WhatsApp. It is only app. So you can download app, use on your mobile. If you want to use on desktop, you cannot log in directly on whatsapp.com. What you have to do, you have to go to that website, WhatsApp web website, and there will be a QR code. You have to scan it. Then directly your app is displayed on the desktop. Likewise, if you have a habit of reading newspapers, you will come across these QR codes. Many of these builders who are running different construction projects across Bangalore, they place advertisements in newspapers. Along with that, there will be a QR code displayed below or adjacent to that advertisement. And when you scan that QR code, it will take directly to that website. You don't have to go to Google and type. As soon as you scan it, it will directly take you to that particular website, and you can you can go through the information. Likewise, any other company, they can advertise offline and also mention the QR code. When you scan QR code, it will take you to that particular website or landing page where detailed information is available, because there is cost involved in advertising in newspaper or in any print media. So there is a limit for words we mention or size we use. So there is cost in. So if they want to share more information, create these QR codes and make it available along with your print ad. Now there are many companies who are providing free services to create QR codes. So you can just go there, create the QR code, take that QR code, put it along with your advertisement. Also, there are paid services. There are companies who are giving paid services which will help you in generating QR codes. Okay. So we can also use QR codes to make customers visit our websites. Next is daily deals. You might have heard about Groupons, coupons, Coupon Raja. What are these? These are the examples of website where coupons are sold. 10% discount, 20% discount, 30% discount, buy one get one discount. Okay. So such discount coupons are sold by individual companies on these websites. There is a tie-up between Groupon, Coupon Raja with these companies. If these companies want to give some discount, they are tied up with these independent third parties. So they will announce on these websites. So individual customers can go to these websites. They will take that coupon, come to your website, and when you are purchasing and making payment, you can mention this coupon and price. There will be a reduction in price or any quantity offers you may get. So you may see many like Zomato, sorry, not Zomato, Domino's. You may see Pizza Hut, and these are two who are very popular in giving these price discounts or quantity discounts on coupons. There are other restaurants which are also registered. Please visit Groupon if you are planning to avail some this one. Even Paytm, PayUmoney, okay, Freecharge. These websites are also available on Groupon and Coupon. Like they want to promote Paytm, they want to promote Groupon, they want to promote Freecharge. So what they do, any person who is purchasing on Zomato, if they use coupon, if they make payment using Paytm, they get 30% discount. And this 30% discount is mentioned in coupons.com or couponraja.com or groupon.com. Okay, so go to that website, take this, make payment with Paytm and get the discount. So here, if you are involved in e-commerce and you are giving discounts, then you can tie up with such deals or deal providing website and create your presence. Next is your lead generation services. These are again third-party websites who help in generating sales leads. Okay, so what they do, they will contact the customers or end consumers, create interest, and as soon as they say that they are interested, they will share the interested customer details to the company. Okay, so many of the banks who are selling loans, or many of the insurance companies who are selling insurance, different types of insurance, you will get calls, and once you say interested, then they will share your number with the company. Company people will get in touch with you. Likewise, there are companies who generate leads. For example, you might have come across this advertisement, insurance reliever, policybazaar.com. What policybazaar.com is doing? It is not selling any policy. It is generating lead for particular insurance company. It is displaying all the insurance options available. It is displaying, and individual customer can go and show his interest. His details will be shared with the insurance company. So this is a lead generation company. Likewise, Bank Bazaar, or where Policy Bazaar, Bank Bazaar, in which if you want to take a loan, you can go to this Bank Bazaar, and there you can give your details like how much money you are looking for, how much loan you want, what kind of loan you are looking for. Then what this company will do, Bank Bazaar, it will share your details to different banks, and you start getting calls from banks. So this is another example. Like CoverFox is again an insurance company which is involved in lead generation for insurance companies. And initially, even Justdial was involved in lead generation. I remember when I came to Bangalore. So what I used to do, I used to call Justdial and ask for particular product or service provider. So what Justdial will do, it will immediately extract the data of service providers or product sellers which are located in and around me. Okay, and they will send me WhatsApp, and also they will send me email. And what they have done, they have shared my information, my mobile number and my query to all these people. So you'll start getting calls from these people, or in turn you can call them. So what Just Dial is doing, it is generating the lead. So being on such lead generation website is also very, very important to increase your sales. Next is location-based services. I don't remember the exact name of this company. It is a Bangalore-based company which started with this location-based services. You have to just install their app. As soon as you enter Jayanagar, it will start giving you messages like Upahar Darshini is 5 minutes walk. Amma's Pastry is 2 minutes walk. Okay. 10% discount on Remonds in Jayanagar, 2 minutes walk. What it is doing, this app or this company is accessing where you are, your location. And it is giving you information about businesses which are located around you, which you might be interested. So based on your location, so any hotel which is giving discount, any shop, clothes shop which is giving offers, right? So such information will be shared to you based on the location where you are present. Okay, it was a Bangalore-based company which started providing this service. Even Facebook does that, even Zomato does that, location-based services. If you are going to Zomato, I will be using these because with the belief that you might have come across these websites or used at least these once in a while. So that is why I will be using these examples to make a sense. So if you have used Swiggy or Zomato or Foodpanda, they will ask you to provide your address or GPS location. So once you provide your address and GPS location, it will store. And next time when you visit Zomato, it will show you restaurants which are located in and around your area. Okay, based on the type of restaurant you are trying to search. Okay. If you are looking for biryani, it will show you biryani restaurants which are located in and around your area, which are very much nearby to your location. So these are location-based services. So it is always better to be on such websites, right? Because customers are looking for products or services which are located nearby, right? So it is always better to be on such websites. Next is social media ads. To add to this 12th point, that is location-based services, Google My Business Page, Google Maps are one of the most popular example for location-based services. Okay. Once in a while, you might have used Google Apps. When you search on Google Map, you put some location, you place some, just mention restaurant, it will start showing you all the restaurants which are located. On map, it is showing. Right? So Google Map is one of the location-based service. Google My Business is again a location-based service where page for your business location is being created. It's like online store address. Likewise, Just Dial is also providing the addresses. Okay, so Google Maps and Google My Business. Likewise, Facebook Places. Facebook Places is also one of the most popular examples of these location-based services. Next is social media ads, where we can pay money to these social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and promote our products and our services or any news about our company. We have to pay and get our products advertised. So whenever you are using Facebook, just observe after 1 or 2 posts of your friends, you will see some unknown post which is not even related to you or your friend, but under that name, profile name, there is sponsored mention below, just below the profile name. If it is written as sponsored, it means that they have paid money to Facebook to advertise this particular product or service. So social media advertising. So it is very, very much required, because imagine how many people are there on Facebook, how many companies are there on Facebook, how many different groups are there on Facebook, right? So how much content is generated on Facebook daily. So if you just have a page and if you are not active, people will not even come to know you are there on Facebook. So that is why if you keep on promoting, if unless and until you shout that you are available in the market, people will not come to know. So it is like virtual shouting. You are shouting on the internet and telling people that yes, I am available. Come to me or see me. Okay, visit to my pages and check my website, check my products and services. So it is social media advertising also very important. Next is search or display ads. So search is like Google search and Yahoo search, which is being managed by Microsoft. So, Yahoo is managed by Microsoft. So these basically, whenever I told you in the last sessions, like whenever you go to Google and you search for some product, in the result page, first three, there is AD written, that is advertisement, paid advertisement. Okay. So these are search ads. Social media ads are on social media. Search ads or display ads are on the search engines, which are paid. Like Google or Yahoo, we are getting these search ads which are paid. First, these paid ads are shown. After that, organic results are shown on the search website, search engines. Likewise, display advertisements. If you go to Times of India or NDTV, in between you start getting advertisements of not NDTV but some other unrelated company or unrelated product. So here, that particular search engine, like Google has tied up with NDTV, Google has tied up with Times of India, and what it is doing, Times of India, they have provided space on their digital page. When you reach that page, to that particular space, you will see advertisements which are being done by Google or search engines. So search engines have tied up with these. They have the network with different companies which are very popular, and they have purchased space on these websites. And they are advertising. Some company advertisements who have agreed to display their ads on these networks, Google or any search engine in that case, it is advertising or showing these ads of companies on these networks. Okay. Now, what is the advantage for these third parties who are giving space to Google? They get money. Like if you are a blogger and your blog page is very popular, there are many people who visit your blog, you can make money. Many of the bloggers make money like this. They have blogging, they do blogging, and there are many people who are visiting their website. Now Google will approach you, or you can approach to Google and you can negotiate with them, and Google will start showing advertisements on your blog page. And every time some customer is visiting and reading your blog, plus clicking on that website, you will get money for each click. Or if you have agreed to you are not interested in getting money for each click, but you are interested in number of times advertisement is displayed, then you want payment. Okay. So now there is a negotiation between you as a blogger and Google. Now there is a negotiation, and you agree that if there is 1,000 times advertisement showed on your website, 1,000 impressions, that is 1,000 times if the ad is displayed on your website, then you will get XYZ US dollars. So this is click-based revenue or impression-based revenue. So this is the money which these network of websites get from Google. So that is why they agree and provide space on their digital page. And now Google, they are charging money from companies and they are advertising on these websites and paying to these third-party websites. So what I have to do, I have to also advertise with search engines to display on the search page, and also I can choose display ads to show my advertisements on different websites which are very popular where customers are visiting. Okay, so these are important options. Let's have a look at the other options which are available. next is local search engine optimization. What is the search engine optimization? SEO is search engine optimization. What you are trying to do? You are making your website readable and also making your website popular with the search engine. So search engine has read your website and it has understood your website, kept it in its memory, and it will display whenever some person is searching for information which is there on my website or product which are there on my website. So here I have mentioned local SEO. Okay. Local SEO in the sense, whenever I have to do search engine optimization in such a way that people are searching based on location, like they are searching restaurants in Jayanagar. So my website should be SEO friendly for this Jayanagar location. So I have to make that keyword Jayanagar SEO friendly, make it available on my website. Okay. Likewise, I have to be available on Just Dial, Zomato, Swiggy, Food Panda, right? Or any other websites which are listing different businesses. So I have to get listed. So now anyone looking for Jayanagar restaurants, I am there on all these websites along with my website, which is SEO friendly. I have included this Jayanagar. So now if you are in Bangalore and you search for Belgaum, what are the restaurants in Belgaum? You should get restaurants which are listed in Belgaum. So if the Belgaum restaurants, they don't have websites, people will not come to know there are restaurants in Belgaum. If people are traveling to Belgaum and they are looking for hotels, they want to stay there, and if the local Belgaum hotels, they are not registered on these local listing websites, and they are not registered or created their local business page, then how a person who is sitting in Bangalore will come to know what hotels are there in Belgaum? Unless and until I go, I will not come to know. So likewise, there are many websites which are providing local business information, like Google. Just Dial is one of the most popular. Location-wise, they are listing the businesses most popular. I can go to Just Dial and search, right? Like I was talking about hotels, I can go to Expedia, I can go to hotels.com, I can go to Oyo Rooms and put my location, and based on my location, if I put Belgaum hotels are listed on Oyo. So I can see the, likewise I can go to Google, I can search hotels in Belgaum. So those hotels which are listed with Google and created a page, business page as Belgaum location, then all those hotels are being shown. So I have to get myself listed on such businesses like Just Dial and all AskMe.com or any other websites which are listing local businesses in foreign. Yelp is one of the local business website, listing website. Likewise, in India, Just Dial is one of the most popular local business listing. There was AskMe.com, which was again a local business listing website, directories. Okay, so we have to get listed on such website and create our page and make it local search engine optimized. Next is link building. Whenever we have website and we make it available online, we connect it to www, that is World Wide Web. How people will come to know my website is existing. So I have started promoting my website on different social media, on different advertising methods I have used, and I have started promoting my website. The 14 what we discussed. Okay. Likewise, I can take my website link and there are online directories. Directories, what we call like telephone directory. What has telephone directory has? It has a district wise, village wise. It has all the numbers, BSNL number, connections. Also the name of person who has that particular connection, BSNL number connection. So telephone directory. Likewise, we have digital directories. What these digital directories will do? As an individual company, I have to go and submit my website to this directory. And this directory will take my website link, read it, and store it in its memory. Okay. So this is one of the link building. Directory submission is one of the link building technique. So we call it as backend link building technique. So I go on submitting my website link to popular directories which are there across web. I will go on submitting and I create my link there. So if Google is not coming to my website directly, it is the spider is roaming across World Wide Web. If it reaches that directory, in that directory my website is mentioned. From that directory it will come to my website. Okay. If it is not coming directly, but it is indirectly from the directory, it is coming to my website. So that is why link building is very, very important. So we can mention our links in some discussion forums, some review forums. We can create our own blogs and mention these links. So Google, if it is not coming to my website directly, but if you go to these places and my link is mentioned, my website link is mentioned, then from there it will come to my website. So this is one of the link building technique which we have to do. Next is blogging, very, very popular. Many people make a lot of money out of this. Travel bloggers, photographers, okay. Then medicine, people who are involved in research, people who are involved in yoga, people who are nutrition experts, okay. Many doctors, they do blogging. They take one subject, they write the blog, publish on their blog. People will come to these blogs, they read. Okay. So likewise, as a company, I can have my own blog and write about some general topics which our customers may be interested in. So I can write blogs about my surveys. I can write blog about my product and kind of benefit it is going to deliver, etc., etc., and invite people to come to this page and read. Okay. The intention here is to keep the customers engaged and keep them interested about what I am talking. Next is text message advertising. This is also again a digital media option where SMS services, you may get loan available, personal loan available, car loan available, right? Admission open, application open, apply for job, work from home job, etc., etc. You keep on getting messages, right? That is also one of the option which an individual company can use to promote the business. Next is digital loyalty programs. Now there are many websites or many companies which are giving digital loyalty programs. For example, Shopper Stop. If I am using Citibank credit card, every transaction that I do, I will get points. And once I accumulate points, 10,000 points, I will get coupons from Citibank, which I can use, in Shopper Stop. So I get discounts, right? Someone's video is on, they can turn it off. Okay, I think over. Okay, now Govindraju, turn off your video. Now what happens is here digital loyalty programs. Govindraju, turn off your video. Yes. Okay. Now digital loyalty programs. What happens here? I told you I am using Citibank credit card. If I use Citibank credit card more, Citibank credit card is going to give me points for each money I spend. And these points, I can take coupons. These coupons, I can go to Shopper Stop. Instead of money, I am giving coupons. Okay. digital loyalty. Likewise, Paytm. If you purchase something on Paytm, you also get Paytm points. So next time when you go on Paytm and purchase something else, you can use these points. So these are digital loyalty programs. If a company has very good financials, financially very sound, then what the company can do is, it can have their own cards, and if the customer is visiting very frequently and using cards, they can start giving them points, and once they accumulate these points, they can start giving them some benefits, like some of the credit cards, they give miles, points for miles. So what these miles, once they accumulate points on these cards, like Citibank miles is one of the credit card. So once I use these credit cards, Citibank again and again, points will get accumulated. And whenever I'm planning to fly abroad, or I want to purchase, I want to take a domestic flight, I can use this Citibank credit card, go IBGO, or make my trip, or directly to some Indigo website, this one website, and I book there. I can use these Citibank miles points and make the payment. I don't have to pay money. Basically, I'm using the points. So what Citibank is doing? It is giving points for loyalty. So I can use that also based on financial capacity. Many of these stores, Big Bazaar, you go, they have come up with card. You go to Future Group, any of the Future Group. Like if you go to Central, they will tell that we have Central credit card. If you go to Reliance Digital, they also have their Reliance Digital card. If you go to DMart, they will tell that we have our digital credit card. If you go to some petrol pump, they will also tell that we have HP card. Right? What they are trying to do? They are trying to give you a card and make you people use it again and again to make the payments. And based on the payments, they will start giving you points, which you can encash later on. Next is online videos. Very popular. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You can create your own videos, post on these social medias or YouTube channels, or likewise YouTube. Like YouTube, there are many other video channels. So you can post there and share those videos with your customers. Next is website and SEO, must and should for digital enterprises. So if they want to go digital, they should have website, and that website should be SEO friendly. On-page SEO, off-page SEO. So website as such, all the pages should be search engine optimized. Likewise, there is off-page SEO. What all we did till here, till point 20, are strategies for off-page SEO. We will be discussing in the third chapter. So these 20 points which we have discussed above, those all come under off-page SEO. And we in one session I have shown you how on-page SEO is page title, keywords, meta description, right? Page address, alt tag, content on the page. That is all about your on-page SEO. So till here, above 20 points are off-page SEO, and what we do on website is on-page SEO. So website we should have, and we should have do both on-page and off-page SEO. Last point is mobile apps. Now, the size of the computer is shrinking day by day. Memory of mobiles is increasing day by day. Okay, 1 GB, 2 GB, 4 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB. Now there are some mobiles which come with 164 GB. It's like you are carrying a laptop along with you in your pocket. So, and even RAMs, 4 GB RAM, 6 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, the speed, imagine the speed. Even the internet connectivity, what you get on mobile has increased drastically, right? So, all the companies who want to be present on digital media, they should have mobile application, because the number of people who have mobile and access to internet has increased. So having an app is always a good option for companies. So this is also one of the media channel. So you can add, like I said, this is not exhaustive. It's not over here. 22 points, only 22 points are there, sir. I will do all the 22. You may not be able to do all the 22, or you can do all these 22 in addition to this. You can also do many more media activities. Like what you can do is Instagram. Okay. You can also like webs. Uh, WhatsApp has started WhatsApp business. WhatsApp business. They have started giving WhatsApp business accounts, and from these accounts you can start sending messages, right? Then there are some e-papers. E-papers, digital newspapers. So you can prepare an article, prepare a news, and publish on these e-papers without any money. There are websites which give you free publishing options. What you can do is you can publish your articles, publish news on these e-newspapers or digital newspapers for free. So you can do this. Likewise, this is 23, 24, and 25. I mentioned 25. There might be many more options, but these are some of the most popular which you can do. You can use as a media, online media, and promote your business enterprise. Okay, so these so far, hope I have made sense with the different types of digital media available for a particular entity. So it's not that they can use all these. Out of the list, what I have mentioned, some can be done in-house. No major expertise required. Some we have to outsource, like mobile website and mobile apps. We cannot build in-house. We need more technical expertise. And there are some options where we need assistance from outside. We don't have to outsource everything, but yes, we can take assistance for such media options and we do the online promotions. And some we can do it in-house. So keep this in mind, add and increase the list if you feel like, and let me know if you come across something interesting which we can share along with among our friends. Okay. So thank you very much for joining. Take care. Be safe.